Messenger. My friends, these tidings I would tell you first. Teucer is present, from the Mysian heights, but now returned, and in the central camp. By all the Greeks at once is being reviled. As he drew near they knew him from afar, then gathering around him one and all, with taunts assailed him from this side and that, calling him kinsman of that maniac, that plotter against the host, saying that naught should save him, stoned and mangled he must die. And so they had come to such a pitch that swords, plucked from their sheaths, stood naked in men's hands. Yet when the strife ran highest, it was stayed by words from the elders and so reconciled. But where is Ajax? I must speak with him. He whom it most concerns must be told all. Leader of the chorus. He is not within, but has just now gone forth, with a new purpose yoked to a new mood. Messenger. Alas! Alas! Then too late on this errand was I sped, by him who sent me, or I have proved too slow. Leader. What urgent need has been neglected here? Messenger. Teucer forbade that Ajax should go forth outside his hut till he himself should come. Leader. Well, he is gone to wisest purpose now. His mind is turned to appease heaven's wrath. Messenger. These words of thine are filled with utter folly, if there was truth in Calchas' prophecy. Leader. What prophecy? And what know you of this thing? Messenger. Thus much I know, for by chance I was present, leaving the circle of consulting chiefs, where sat the Atridae, Calchas went aside, and with kind purpose grasping Teucer's hand, enjoined him that by every artifice he should restrain Ajax within his tents this whole day, and not leave him to himself, if he wished ever to behold him alive. For on this day alone, such were his words, would the wrath of divine Athena vex him. For the overweening and unprofitable fall crushed by heaven-sent calamities. So the seer spoke, and ere one born a man has conceived thoughts too high for man's estate, and this man, when he first set forth from home, showed himself foolish, when his father spoke to him wisely, My son, seek victory by the spear, but seek it always with the help of heaven. Then boastfully and witlessly he answered, Father, with heaven's help a mere man of naught might win victory, but I, albeit without their aid, trust to achieve a victor's glory. Such was his proud vaunt. Then a second time, answering divine Athena, when she urged him to turn a slaughterous hand upon his foes, he gave voice to this dire, blasphemous boast, Goddess, stand thou beside the other Greeks. Where I am stationed, no foe shall break through. By such words and such thoughts too great for man, did he provoke Athena's pitiless wrath. But if he lives through this one day, perchance, should heaven be willing, we may save him yet. So spoke the seer, and Teucer from his seat, no sooner risen, sent me with this mandate for you to observe. But if we have been forestalled, that man lives not, or Calchas is no prophet. Leader. Calling, woeful Temesa, woman born to sorrow, come forth and hear this man who tells of a peril that grazes us too close for our mindsies. Temesa enters from the tent. Temesa. Why alas do you break my rest again, after brief respite from relentless woes? Leader. Give hearing to this messenger, who brings tidings that grieve me of how Ajax fares. Temesa. Army, what say'st thou, man? Are we undone? Messenger. I know not thy fortune, but for Ajax, if he be gone abroad, my mind misgives. Temesa. Yes, he is gone. I am racked to know thy meaning. Messenger. Teucer commands you to keep him within doors, and not to let him leave his tent alone. Temesa. And where is Teucer, and why speaks he thus? Messenger. He has but now returned, and he forebodes that this going forth will prove fatal to Ajax. Temesa. Woe's me, alas! From whom has he learned this? Messenger. From the seer Thestor's son, this very day, which is fraught either with his death or life. Temesa. Army, my friends, avert this threatening doom. Speed some of you to hasten Teucer hither, others go search the bays, some west, some east, and track my lord's ill omen going forth. Yes, now I know I have been deceived by him, and from his former favour quite cast out. Alas, child, what shall I do? Sit still I must not, but far as I have strength I too will go. Let us start quickly, there's no time for loitering, if we would save one who is in haste to die. Leader. I am ready, as not words alone shall prove, but speed of act and foot to make words good. The chorus. Temesa and messenger go out. The scene changes to a lonely place by the seashore. Bushes and underbrush are in the background. Ajax enters alone. Ajax. The slayer stands so that his edge may cleave. Most surely, if there be leisure for such thought, being the gift of Hector, of all friends, most unloved, and most hateful to my sight. Then it is planted in Troy's hostile soil, new sharpened on the iron biting wet. Unheedfully have I planted it, that so, with the swift death it proved to me most kind. Thus have I made already. Next be thou the first, O Zeus, to aid me, as is right. It is no mighty boon that I shall crave. Send some announcer of the evil news to Teucer, that he first may lift me up, when I have fallen upon this reeking sword, lest ere he come some enemy should espy me, and cast me forth to dogs and birds of prey. This, O Zeus, I entreat thee, and likewise call on Hermes, guide to the underworld, to lay me asleep without a struggle, at one swift bound, when I have thrust my heart through with this sword. Next I call on those maidens ever living, and ever watchful of all human miseries, the dread swift-striding Erinyes, that they mark how by the Adriatae I have been destroyed, and these vile men by a vile doom utterly. May they cut off, even as they see me here. Come, O ye swift avenging Erinyes, spare not, touch with affliction the whole host. And thou, whose chariot mounts up the steep sky, thou sun, when on the land where I was born, thou shalt look down, check thy gold-spangled reign, and announce my disasters and my doom to my aged sire, and her who nurtured me. She, woeful woman, when she hears these tidings, will wail out a loud dirge through all the town. But I waste labour with this idle moan. The act must now be done, and that with speed. O death, death, come now and look upon me. No, 'tis there I shall meet and speak to thee. But thee, bright daylight which I now behold, and Helios in his chariot I accost, for this last time of all, and then no more. O sunlight! O thou hallowed soil, my own! Salamis, stablished seat of my sire's hearth, famous Athens, with thy kindred race, and you, ye springs and streams, and Trojan plains, farewell, all ye who have sustained my life. This is the last word Ajax speaks to you. Or else in Hades to the dead will I say. He falls on his sword. His body lies partially concealed by the underbrush. First semi-chorus enters. First semi-chorus. This toil on toil and toil again. Where have not my footsteps been? And still no place reveals the secret of my search. But hark! There again I hear a sound. Second semi-chorus enters. Second semi-chorus. Chanting, "'Tis we, the ship companions of your voyage." First semi-chorus. Chanting, "Well, how now?" Second semi-chorus. Chanting, "We have searched the whole coast westward from the ship." First semi-chorus. Chanting, "You have found naught." Second semi-chorus. Chanting, "A deal of toil, but nothing more to see." First semi-chorus. Chanting, "Neither has he been found along the path that leads from the eastern glances of the sun." Chorus. Singing, "From whom, oh from whom? What hard son of the waves, plying his weary task without thought of sleep, or what Olympian nymph of hill or stream that flows down to the Bosporus shore, might I have tidings of my lord, wandering somewhere seen, fierce of mood? Grievous it is, when I have toiled so long, and ranged far and wide, thus to fail, thus to have sought in vain. Still the afflicted hero nowhere may I find." Temesa enters and discovers the body. Temesa. Alas, woe, woe. Chorus. Chanting, "Whose cry was it that broke from yonder copse?" Temesa. Alas, woe is me. Leader of the chorus. It is the hapless spear-won bride I see, Temesa, steeped in that whale's agony. Temesa. I am lost, destroyed, made desolate, my friends. Leader. What is it? Speak. Temesa. Ajax, our master, newly slaughtered lies. Yonder, a hidden sword sheathed in his body. Chorus. Chanting, "Woe for my lost hopes of home. Woe's me, thou hast slain me, my king, me thy shipmate, hapless man. Woeful-souled woman too." Temesa. Since thus it is with him, 'tis mine to wail. Leader. By whose hand has he wrought this luckless deed? Temesa. By his own hand, 'tis evident. This sword, whereon he fell, planted in earth, convicts him. Chorus. Chanting, "Woe for my blind folly. Lone in thy blood thou liest, from friends' help afar. And I, the wholly witless, the all unwary, forbore to watch thee. Where lieth the fatally named, intractable Ajax?" Temesa. None must behold him. I will shroud him wholly in this enfolding mantle, for no man who loved him could endure to see him thus, through nostrils and through red gash spouting up the darkened blood from his self-stricken wound. Ah me, what shall I do? What friend shall lift thee? Where is Teucer? Timely indeed would he now come, to compose duly his slain brother's corpse. O hapless Ajax, who waste once so great, now even thy foes might dare to mourn thy fall. Chorus. Chanting, "'Twas fate's will, alas, 'twas fate then for thou, stubborn of soul at length to work out a dark doom of ineffable miseries, such the dire fury of passionate hate. I heard thee utter fierce of mood, railing at Atreus' sons, night by night, day by day. Verily then it was the sequence of woes, first began, when as the prize of worth, fatally was proclaimed the golden panoply. Temesa. Alas, woe, woe. Chorus. Chanting. A loyal grief pierces thy heart, I know. Temesa. Alas, woe, woe. Chorus. Chanting. Woman, I marvel not that thou shouldst wail, and wail again, reft of a friend so dear. Temesa. 'Tis thine to surmise, mine to feel, too surely. Chorus. Chanting. 'Tis even so. Temesa. Ah, my child, to what bondage are we come, seeing what cruel taskmasters will be ours? Chorus. Chanting. Army, at what dost thou hint? What ruthless, unspeakable wrong from thee at Iliad fearest thou? But may heaven avert that woe. Temesa. Near had it come to this save by heaven's will. Chorus. Chanting. Yes, too great to be borne this heaven-sent burden. Temesa. Yet such the woe which the dread child of Zeus, Pallas, has gendered for Odysseus' sake. Chorus. Chanting. Doubtless the much-enduring hero in his dark spire's soul exults mockingly and laughs with mighty laughter at these agonies of a frenzied spirit. Shame, shame. Sharers in glee at the tale are the royal at Iliad. Temesa. Well, let them mock and glory in his ruin. Perchance, the while he lived they wished not for him, they yet shall wail him dead, when the spear fails them. Men of ill judgment oft ignore the good that lies within their hands, till they have lost it. More to their grief he died than to their joy, and to his own content. All his desire he now has won, that death for which he longed. Why then should they deride him? 'Tis the gods must answer for his death, not these men, no. Then let Odysseus mock him with empty taunts. Ajax is no more with them, but has gone, leaving to me despair and lamentation. Teucer. From without, alas, woe, woe. Leader of the chorus. Keep silence. Is it Teucer's voice I hear, lifting a dirge over this tragic sight? Teucer enters. Teucer. O brother Ajax, to mine eyes most dear, can it be thou hast fared as rumour tells? Leader. Yes, he is dead, Teucer, of that be sure. Teucer. Alas, how then can I endure my fate? Leader. Since thus it is. Teucer. O wretched, wretched me. Leader. Thou hast cause to moan. Teucer. O swift and cruel woe. Leader. Too cruel, Teucer. Teucer. Woe is me. But say, his child, where shall I find him? Tell me where. Leader. Alone within the tent. Teucer. To Temesa, then with all speed. Go, bring him thither, lest some foe should snatch him, like a whelp from a lioness bereaved. Away. See it done quickly. All men are wont to insult over the dead, once they lie low. Temesa departs. Leader. Yes, Teucer, while he lived, did he not charge thee to guard his son from harm, as now thou dost? Teucer. O sight most grievous to me of all sights, that ever I have looked on with my eyes, and hatefullest of all paths to my soul, this path that now has led me to thy side, O dearest Ajax, when I heard thy fate, while seeking thee I tracked thy footsteps out. For a swift rumour, as from some god, ran through the Greek host that thou wast dead and gone. While yet far off I heard it, and groaned deep in anguish, now I see, and my life dies. Ay me! Uncover! Let me behold woe's very worst. The cover is lifted from the body. O ghastly sight! Victim of ruthless courage! What miseries hast thou dying sown for me? Whither, among what people, shall I go, who in thy troubles failed to give thee succour? O doubtless Telamon, thy sire, and mine, with kind and gracious face is like to greet me, returned without thee, how else? He who is wont, even at good news to smile none the sweeter. What will he keep back? What taunt not hail forth? Against the bastard of a spear one slave, him who through craven cowardice betrayed thee, beloved Ajax, or by guile, that so I might inherit thy kingdom and thy house. So will he speak, a passionate man, grown peevish, in old age, quick to wrath without a cause. Then shall I be cast off, a banished man, proclaimed no more a freeman but a slave. Such is the home that waits me, while at Troy my foes are many, my well-wishers few. All this will be my portion through thy death. Ah me, what shall I do? How draw thee, brother, from this fell sword, on whose bright murderous point thou hast breathed out thy soul? See how at last Hector, though dead, was fated to destroy thee. Consider, I pray, the doom of these two men. Hector, with that same girdle Ajax gave him, was lashed fast to Achilles' chariot rail, and mangled till he had gasped forth his life. And 'twas from him that Ajax had this gift, that blade by which he perished and lies dead. Was it not some Erinys forged this sword, and Hades the grim craftsman wrought that girdle? I at least would maintain that the gods plan these things and all things ever for mankind. But whosoever's judgment lights not this, let him uphold his doctrine as I mine. Leader, speak no more, but take counsel how to inter our dear Lord, and what now it were best to say, for this a foe I see. Perchance he comes to mock our misery, villain that he is.